From seed to tree. 18 years of God's faithfulness. 2008 to 2026. 18 years ago, in the quiet corners of Barangay Burot, Tarlac City, a seed was planted. In 2008, what is now known as Metropolitan Bible Baptist Church began not in a grand auditorium, but in a garage. There were no chandeliers, no elevated stage, no impressive structure, but there was faith. There was vision, and there was a man called by God. Pastor 𝗂𝗫, together with his family and under the leadership of Senior Pastor Benny Abante, believed that even the smallest seed, when planted in obedience, can become something eternal. Year 1 to 3. The seed, 2008 to 2011. A seed must first establish itself beneath the soil. These were the years of identity, of discovering who we are as a church, of shaping our personality in the community. We gathered in a garage, we worshiped in simplicity, we learned to depend not on comfort, but on Christ. The seed was small, but it was undeniably alive. Year 4 to 7, the sprout, 2012 to 2015. Then a sprout began to rise. We transferred to a small church space inside the housing area, and there, a vision expanded beyond Sunday worship. Metropolitan Christian Learning School was born. Children were taught, lives were shaped, hope was planted early, but growth often invites resistance. After 2 years, we were asked to leave. The school could no longer operate there. Suddenly, we had nowhere to go. Financial struggles pressed in. Uncertainty surrounded us. Yet whenever we saw a vacant lot, we prayed, Lord, if it be your will, give us this place. And God was preparing something greater. With a sacrificial gift of 50,000 pesos, originally meant for pastor's own house, and through borrowed faith and finances, a 300 square meter property was purchased for 300,000 pesos. It was not just land, it was the promise we were waiting for. The sprout had found its permanent soil. Year 8 to 10. Growing roots. 2016 to 2018. In that new location, growth became steady. We were no longer just surviving, we were strengthening. God impressed upon Pastor Honey's heart to beautify and remodel the church altar. It seems simple, but obedience moves heaven. Soon after, God opened an unexpected door, the opportunity to purchase the adjacent 300 square meters. What began as a small property became a double portion. And in 2018, something beautiful happened. The tree bore its first seedling. A daughter church was planted in Barangay Mbbc, San Jose, Tarlac. The Mbbc mission work was born. The seed was now planting seeds. Year 11 to 13. Standing through storms. 2019 to 2021. Construction began for our new worship house. Faith rose higher than walls. And by March 2020, just before the world shut down, the new church building was complete. When the pandemic came, we were not unprepared. We had a place. We had stability. We had roots. Storms do not destroy rooted trees. They prove them. Even in uncertain times, we strengthen our youth ministry. We continue soul winning. We deepen fellowship. We fed the youth in our community not only with food, but with the bread of life. The tree was no longer fragile, it was firm. 18 years ago, a seed was planted in faith. Today, we stand as a living proof that what God plants, He sustains. What God begins, He completes. And what God grows, no storm can uproot. The tree is still growing. The vision is still alive. The roots are deep, and the best season are still ahead.